Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my autumn faves and fails. I didn't have a lot, just the 3 products. As I've been saying for quite a while, my life's a lot busier now, so it's a bit harder to get more things done. First up is the Mascara Revolution Big Lash Mascara, I think that's all it's called, in brown. So that was this one. There we are. This unfortunately must have been a limited edition or something because I can't find it anywhere. They have recently released a new type of brown mascara, so I'm guessing that's what they've done instead. Therefore I'm not going to talk much about it. It was actually a fail for me. I just found that there was no volume there. The brown colour wasn't like, it didn't have a good colour payoff. It almost just looked dark, sort of like a soft black. There was a little flaking, which, I mean, a little bit is fine. I don't mind a little bit. It's when it gets, you know, out of control that annoys me. So I can handle that. The big thing was not getting the volume that it says that it, you know, big lash volume. Therefore, I'm going to call this a fail. I never know what order to do these in. Anyway, let's go to the next one. So this is the Revlon Colorstay Satin Ink. This was in the shade, where are we? Eyes on You. That was this one here. Oh, wrong way, hang on. Try again. There we go. This one. This had a few issues. I loved the colour. The colour was amazing. I would go with lots of things. What I didn't like, even now, hang on, I'll show you what I mean. See, first open it. Look at how much product, hopefully it'll show, is on there. Actually that's not, yeah, it kind of shows it. Yeah, shows up better in person. But there is a ton of product on here. So you basically have to spend the time taking it off and then putting it on. Because the thing is if you go straight on, it doesn't go on evenly. So you have to take the time to, you know, get the product off a little bit to put it on. And also it makes the bottle very, very messy. I would call it quite a messy product, which annoys me. I know, pet peeves, yeah, this is just me. It probably won't annoy other people, but it annoys me. Second of all, if I wore it for a few hours and I touched it up, it was fine. Beautiful, it lasted a long time. If I wore it on my big long day, which I don't have time to touch up, there was a horrible, and I mean horrible, I tried to take a photo of it, but the lighting just was not good because it was nighttime by then. A horrible demarcation line, and I was like, I worked with this? Because I honestly don't have time to have a look. You know, I might have time to have a quick look and be like, you know, if I had the time, I would have been like, I need to touch up. But I hadn't. That day I was just go, 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 go. I was flat out. I didn't have time to look at it. So I went a good probably 6 hours without me touching it up. And it was disgusting. Honestly, there was that horrible line on both top and bottom. I was like, yuck. I was unsure because I do like the colour. I like the formula is nice. Well, yeah. I mean, it still felt nice even on that day that I didn't touch up. It still felt nice until I looked at it. Even now, even my husband when I got home was like, what's up with your lips? Oh, never mind. So I was unsure whether to call this a fave or fail because, yeah, that was the only, well, the 2 downsides was the too much product and, yeah, obviously not being able to touch up. It looked terrible. So do I call it a maybe? The thing is, at the end of the day, I've got to look at it like this. Would I go out and buy it again? And I don't think I would. I don't like the fact that I'd have to keep touching it up. And I'm not good at remembering that sometimes. So therefore I need something a bit more reliable. See, I'm talking myself into this now. Yep. Okay, I'm going to call this a fail. The last product was the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. Is that the full title? Press powder? Yeah. This one here. And mine was in the shade Classic Ivory. Now this, I have a few things to mention about this. So I got it in the same shade that I am in the foundation, thinking it would work well as a setting powder. It does, but I should not have gone for the same shade as my foundation. Do you see where I'm going here? Because over top of foundation, it's just like you're adding more foundation. So it didn't. And then I thought, oh, maybe I could try it with a foundation that was too light on me to see if it would darken it up. And it didn't really do much at all. It worked well, but I still looked too pale. I was like, okay. Then I thought I would just try it around home with, you know, days I wasn't going anywhere. I could just test it out as a setting powder, see if it worked, because everybody raves about it being really, really good. And yes, I would say it does work really well as a setting powder. The only thing was I should have got either the translucent shade or something a bit lighter than my foundation shade. The other thing was I tried it under my eyes. I always like to test it under my eyes because I am a mature person, I guess you would call it. So I need to know how it's going to work. I of course have dry under eyes, so even with an eye cream and all the other stuff you do, so you need to check to see if it's going to work there as well, because it might be a quick and easy use all over your face kind of thing. I used it under my eyes and I'd say it worked for the first kind of hour, but then I could see like it was just, how can I explain it? It was almost like the powder had disappeared. You know what I mean? It was like there was nothing setting it. It looked quite shiny. My concealer was, you know, doing the line, the creasing thing. I was like, most concealers do on me anyway without powder, but yeah, this just happened in that situation. So I wouldn't recommend it for mature, dry under eyes like me. I don't know if it would work on somebody younger with not dry under eyes. I guess you'd have to test it yourself. But because it doesn't really say, well, it does say matte and poreless, so I'm guessing matte, you know, that kind of means dry. So you would think it wouldn't be good for dry under eyes. I don't know. Then a lot of people say that they have used it under eyes and it's been fine. Maybe it's just one of those random things that you have to try yourself to see if you like it. The last thing I did was I thought, okay, because it doesn't work, well, I mean, it works as a setting powder, but it's the wrong shade for me. I thought, well, maybe I'll try it as a foundation just on its own. So pretty much a one and done kind of situation. And I have to say, I really, really liked it. It was like a very thin covering. Of course, it's not going to have a lot of coverage. It was almost like the, what do they call that look? The no makeup look. So it was very light. Like I could still, I have hyperpigmentation on my, excuse me, on my cheeks. So I have a lot of redness there. So you can still see that, but not as bad. So it took away some of it. You know what I mean? Hence why they call it the no makeup look. So it was really good for that. I didn't have time to do like a full look of like a no makeup look to see how it would go, you know, with everything else, which is something I think I still might do because I did really like this. So it does work as a setting powder and it does work on its own, which is really, really cool. So I can see why a lot of people rave about this. So I am calling this a fave. Wow, that went super quick. I suppose it does when you've only got 3 items. I'm trying to do better. Like I say, I have another job now, so I'm basically doing 3 jobs. I am super busy, but I love doing this and yeah. Believe me, I do see the ones that have liked my videos, so thank you so much for that. That is very much appreciated. And on that note, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!